The first sentence, the first paragraph, whatever it is, I just was not able to write it because I couldn't decide what to do with myself in the book. I knew that I had to feature in the book because it's also my story. I am a character in the book, and I just didn't know how to talk about myself. And then I realized that I could only do it by trying to recall the person that I used to be, who came with some privilege, not wealth, but educational, cultural, etc., caste, religion, gender, all kinds of privilege. And for me, it was a huge, huge learning to figure out how to stick a poster on a wall, how to write in Hindi on walls, wall writing, and so on. And so I decided that this is how a lot of young people are like. And the first time that I encountered any kind of political activism, it left me a little baffled. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was awkward. I didn't feel like I fully fitted, but I wanted to be there, and I also took myself very seriously as an actor.
And director.
And writer and so on. So I was kind of slightly disdainful of this kind of thing, but also fascinated by it. I loved Safdar. He was a great guy, told great stories. You could talk to him like an equal. I loved watching Mala perform. I wasn't so much friends with her at that time, but I loved watching her perform and some of the other actors. And so there was this complicated relationship that I had with Jannat Manch and everything that it represented. And I just felt like I needed to try and capture that story as well. Now, why I'm saying all this is to say that it was a huge unlearning for me from this point of being this star actor. In my head, I was a star actor. Whatever play I was doing, whatever role I was doing, I was the star of the show. So from that to doing this kind of work, and the way in which Safdar in particular, and I do want to emphasize his personality, I think there was a lovely way in which Safdar just drew us all into it. There are many of my comrades and friends from that time. There's Jogi here sitting, there's Joy sitting somewhere, I can't quite see him in the dark. There's Vijay Kalia here, and so on. So all of us are people who work with Safdar, and Jogi and Joy can tell you stories of how one was never intimidated by Safdar. One was, one was led by the finger without feeling that one was being led by the finger,